They're not mangled.
If you're a bachelor like me, going down on dates can be pretty expensive, believe me. Just last week, I took a new lady friend on a carriage ride through Central Park twice, and it cost me more than $400. And that didn't even include dinner. Now, I'm a gentleman and of the old school, obviously. Of course, so I always pick up the tab. But would you believe nearly 2/3 of men out there think women should split the bill with them? I don't know who you cheapskates are, but I mean, fine. If you think they should, fine. Here's my one rule. If the woman invites you for the date, she should pick up the tab.
What?
Nope.
No.
Why?
Get out of here.
If you like her, then you should pay, even if she invited you.
I agree with that, Dana.
And if she offers to
So
pay.
I know my blocks are down to 16 seconds.
Yeah,
but you
you're
got to say a
about
little bit
5
more than that.
left.
All right, here's what I think.
Okay.
There's women that would be a turn off for you insist on paying. It shows that you do not think they're equal, that you have to take care of them.
Then you probably
so
should
I
date
agree
them.
with you, Bob, that you have to know who's asking you out. If the woman who's bold enough to ask you out in a Sadie Hawkins fashion, you have to continue to play that role and let her take control.
Who's Sadie Hawkins?
You are so old-fashioned
Sounds like
right
the
now.
guy.
You're
Am
like
I right?
150.
You are right, Bob.
Sounds like a guy who got married right out of high school.
Sadie
the guy
Hawkins
who's know who
Day.
you
I know
Last
that.
time you had a date, Brian.
He's married to his high school
I've really
sweetheart.
tailed off on the dating. My wife tends to frown on it.
Yeah, really.
But I watch a lot of dating shows. Love American Style, 1970.
Bachelor.
Okay,
I collect the whole
All
season.
right, let me
You
ask
guys
this
talk about
question.
the
When was the last time you were on a date before you got married?
16 years ago.
God, how about you?
Well, a long time. A really long
And
time.
you, well, this morning.
Last night. Kimberly, what is the etiquette?
Yeah, so
what is
let's
the etiquette?
go to the
Kimberly?
expert.
Do you ever pay?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Absolutely.
Do
But
you
it depends
insist?
on the circumstance. No, I don't do that. I'm not like the Julia entitlement Obama girl, okay? I believe if it's nice to share, it's nice to offer, or you can get them little presents or do things, but I also don't think you should emasculate a man.
Right.
Most men aren't into that. So just be courteous, thank them, try and do something nice.
What about this? If you don't think they have the money, you could say to them,
Then
honey,
I
do you
would
have
pay.
enough money to pay for this, or do you need me to
Well,
share
you don't want to say, do you have enough money? But if you kind of know their financial circumstance and there's someone that doesn't really have the means,
Right.
and perhaps your means might be greater than theirs, then I do think you should.
Did you ever
shouldn't
pick
put
up the
them in a
bill for
bad
any of your
situation.
5 husbands?
I don't have 5 husbands. I've tried to tell everyone I meet in person that because they believe you for some reason. You have some
Okay.
kind
I
of
think
credibility. But yes, I have paid. Absolutely.
I don't think that women should pay until like the 4th date.
Thank you.
Why?
No,
I agree.
Why?
I mean, I agree with you,
Because
but I
it's
mean,
in our
why?
nature. We want to be wooed, and it's part. I mean, I don't think you should disrupt the natural selection.
But I think it's nice
Natural
when men want to
selection. Well,
treat
Here's the
women
thing,
and
I
take
think
care
that
of
we
them
ask a lot
in a
of
sweet
men
way.
in society, and
I
we're
agree.
asking them to do everything.
Right.
But I think on this one, that they're if on a 4th date, if you think you're going to continue on dating, then as the woman, you might say, "Hey, I'll take you out," and then that could be a signal that this is going.
This is good to know this. Now, Eric, you haven't said much here. I wonder why.
Because it's been a long time since I've
he's
been in
very
that seat.
chivalrous.
No, but
You treat people.
Look, if you have a meeting with a female, I'm inclined to pay. Also, if I have a lunch with Dana, I
Like a
want to
lunch.
pay.
Right.
Also, my son, I'll tell him, pay. You have a date, you pay.
Right, with
Don't let
dad's
her go to her
money. That's
pocket.
why I got a
With dad's
job.
money. That's fine. What happens with same-gender couples?
Well,
Oh, this is a whole different. Like this
You know,
is like a whole new
did
level.
you really have to go there?
Rochambeau.
Can I say something else, Bob?
Yes.
This is, if you look at this study, I would say most of the people in this study would say that women and men should be paid the same amount for every job, right? However, most people
That
think
doesn't
that the
happen.
men should pay for all the dates.
Exactly.
That's a
Right.
disconnect.
Hey, listen, just before we get off on my
You've
block
done a
at
lot for
16
men
seconds,
today.
here's the most expensive cities to date in. And we got that block?
Nope.
Okay, this is the most expensive.
block?
Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, Seattle, San Francisco. So if you're out there,
What?
dudes, be careful.
You
by the
gotta
way-
be
And the
kidding
least
me.
expensive cities to date are Phoenix, Denver, Tampa, Dallas, and
Okay,
I
but
gotta be
that
honest
doesn't
with
mean
you.
that it's a cheap date. It means that you
Cheaper.
actually get more for your money
That's
if
right.
you go
Right,
you
right.
do
on
get
The
that.
dinner.
And all I can say
Dallas.
is one more thing. Something next.